when we went overseas when I was 10, I was actually cashed up. I had lots of cash with me. I used to go to the Royal Show and I'd, bring a couple $100 with me, as an 8-year-old.
But funny enough, that's probably what made you interested in it.
I know, but why was I interested at 7 to be an entrepreneur? Like, that's pretty young.
Because your parents knew nothing about it.
And in those, so anyway, so 7, what happened was, my mum was industrious.
Right.
So she's the one that got me to do a paper run, right?
Okay.
And then she was helping me out with the paper run and rolling them all up for me. So we used to do the messenger press. So on Wednesdays, we'd deliver the paper and throw it at people. And I had a little area, I had a little map, and I'd have to go to every street.
And this was your first business that you started?
Yeah, and then what I did is I could really bang out and roll those papers really quick, especially getting my mum helping me. So then I thought I'd get a few friends from school, because we used to get like 2 or 3 cents per delivery, per paper. So I'd offer them a cent to do it and set it all up. So before we knew it, I started growing my territory, and I had this territory, then one next to it, and the other one, and I had more and more people, and I had 3 or 4 guys working for me.
That's so cool.
And I was making $20 a week in the 70s, which was quite a bit of money. I mean, back in the 70s, you could buy a house for $5,000.
Wow. Oh,
you know
man.
what I mean? So,
if I had a time machine.
yeah. So what happened was, that was my first business, and I suppose I knew from a young age that it was up to me to become successful. You know what I mean? So when we went overseas when I was 10, I was actually cashed up. I had lots of cash with me. You know what I mean? People were very surprised. Like, I used to go to the Royal Show and I'd, bring a couple $100 with me, as an 8-year-old. Like,
wow, yeah.
What the hell? Like, most 8-year-olds had like 20 cents to their name, and I had like $200. Like, So I think I was lucky because of that. But also, I guess one of the things I've always been really into learning, and that was partly from my father and one of my teachers.
Right.
So my father used to always quiz me. He used to always make me work. I wasn't allowed to play. So I'd always have to help him work and chop some wood and straighten out nails and dig holes and fight bushfires.
Fighting a bushfire? Tell us a little bit more about that.
I guess occupational health and safety was out the window. We had this house that was near the city. And in the back of the house, there was a massive field, just empty land. And in summer, there was long grass. It was all dried up.
Yeah, from the
My
sun.
father had all these big metal things out the back, massive, big frames of metal. And he was thinking he could cut them up and use the metal for something. So he had this extension cord out from our house all the way up there. But the problem was, when he was cutting them, the sparks from cutting the metal would hit the grass and start fires.
Yeah.
So instead of thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this now, he said, George, your job is to find these sparks and put them out.
So did you carry around like a bucket of water?
No, I carried it out of towel, and I just...
Oh, right.
But one spark was too much, and the towel didn't help, and it became bigger. So we had to run and get water and pour water on it.
So how old were you when you were doing this?
I was probably about 6 or 7.
6 or 7-year-old fighting bushfires.
Fighting bushfires, yeah.